Let's take a look at the stock market. This S&P 500 futures. We're looking at a weekly chart. Got a range of about 80 going on. As today's Friday, the week has just ended. Yeah, a decent little red candlestick going on here on a weekly chart. I took a good look at these cycles just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And I added in these green cycles just before shooting this video. And I think they're fine. We're going to keep the light blue and the green together. So I still think the week of July 3rd, usually right in the middle of this blue cycle here. Still think that's a relevant date to keep an eye on, as the price may come down into that. But also with this larger cycle here, that goes out to July 16th. So July 3rd, July 16th, this is going to be a very interesting time to see what the market does here, kind of this first and second week of July. Is it going to continue to pull down? Because based on what I'm seeing here, that is a possibility that this pullback, it could go a little bit longer, right? It could come down into here somewhere, right, out into the first and second week of July. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Right, that's the 16th right there. And then there's another cycle low. I have it around August 13th right here. So very busy little area right here. And then after that, I think as we come out of the first and second week of July, I do think we'll get, I do think we'll get some price increase going on here. But this little area right here is very interesting to see. There's a lot of cycle low activity right in this area that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Got divergence going on here on the Cyclops. Got a Cyclops, sad face, one-eyed Cyclops monster there. Showing that there's potential for more price decline here. MACD is still pretty strong here at 94. Okay. But I think there's a little bit more in this before this ends, at least according to the weekly chart. Let's go look at the daily. So a really good day today. I mean, the range wasn't huge, about almost 45, but it was a really good trading day. Lots of opportunities, and I'll show you that here in a little bit when I'm talking about when we get into some of the intraday time frames when we look at the trade of the day. But on the daily chart here, had a range of just about 45 on the futures. The SMI is really, beginning to come way down here. A little bit more to go. The MACD is trying to roll over, pinched up right here, looking like it wants to go down a little more here. So here on the daily, I have this cycle at June 25th. So it's a little bit different. And then we got the August 10th one out here. So very interesting. Weekly and daily cycles, are kind of lined up within about, within a week of each other. So this could be very interesting to see how this plays out. Does this extend out here? Like here's July 3rd over here, this line. Does this extend out and go out for a little bit longer and come down? And get below this 43.27, which is not really support. It was previous resistance. Support would probably be more like, let's see, about 40. Well, the low there is this little group of candlesticks right here. That low is like 42.62. So this would be more like support here, 42.62. Not sure we're going to get down that far, but I'm just keeping in this previous resistance of 4327 to see if it breaks below that. Okay, I think there's a little bit more in this before we finish off this cycle low. Okay, let's take a look at the trade of the day. Here we are on the 5-minute chart. Look at this over here. There's actually a pre-market for those that are up early and doing pre-market trading. This is the futures, but I do believe during the week that the SPY is also trades pre-market pretty early. I think it starts at 3 a.m. my time. But so anyways, this one right here was about 6:30 my time in the morning. Look at this alert. It came in from the Giddus Plus indicator. It's my own algorithm, my own logic behind this indicator. Created it myself. Been working really good. Members are taking advantage of this. We had some pretty good discussions going on today on the Discord server. So if you're interested in membership, stick around to the end of the video and I'll talk about that briefly. But this really good trade of the day right here. There was more than one. I'll talk about this one first. 6:30 in the morning. Look at this. My goodness. I mean, this was just like firing on all cylinders. SMI was rolling over. MACD was in positive territory. And this just rolled over and just kept on going. My goodness, what a beautiful trade. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning, when this happened. Really, really nice. A really great day for trade. Trading today was, really good. A lot of good opportunities. It was a bit choppy, as you can see, in this morning session, intraday. Kind of choppy. But outside of that, it was really, really nice. Now, there was also, and this one's pretty decent too. It's not as good, but it was still pretty decent at about 10 after 11. So you could ride that one, all the way from there to the top. But it was kind of a choppy ride. I don't really like this one as much. It's still doable. But the one that really stood out to me was once this finished off, and I'll show you on the hourly chart here. But this right here became real obvious, and I'll show you on the hourly chart why this was such an obvious trade. Okay, but even if you just waited and you wanted to go strictly off the Giddus Plus indicator, look at this one that happened. I think it was like at 145. 145 right here. About 15 minutes later, and bam, late day bounce. So, you would obviously wait for this right about in this area, right? You wait for this to curl up and give you some indication. Right, you got to be really, really careful here because this is very negative over here. If you're going to take this trade at the end of the day like that, kind of toward the end of intraday, you have to really wait to make sure that SMI, the Stochastic Momentum Index, is really curling up, and then you can take that trade. So maybe somewhere in this area you get a little bit more out of it. 43.87 up maybe to like 43.95. Still about 7 points. Really nice. All in all, there were so many opportunities today, from pre-market to this trade here at this time that came in, and especially this right here was a big money maker for me. Was a really, really great trade going on right here. So here we are on the hourly chart, and I wanted to show you a couple things on this that talked about that trade later in the day that I thought was a really easy trade to make. First of all, I do occasionally in the hourly chart put in cycles brackets as well, and this one was really just spot on. Look at this cycle, came right down into this cycle low. Beautiful thing. This was overnight. I traded really yesterday when futures opened last night. They opened at 5 o'clock yesterday, 5 p.m. I traded right in this area and made a little bank right in this area too. So for the, by the way, the members get the 5 minutes, the 15 minute, and the 1 hour chart streamed live 5 days a week. So they get to see this. Well, what I wanted to show you is this was the rally that happened, most of the kind of in the morning, right? But I was paying attention to this very closely. I got two moving averages on here, simple moving averages. The green one right here, the green line is 24 hour. I prefer the 24 over the 20. A lot of people use the 20, but I prefer the 24. It's really accurate. And then there's the 50 hour as well. Well, they were pinched together here, for the last, 12 hours or more. But when this rode up here, came up and exactly touched the 24 hour moving average right there. And I remember at this candlestick, I was talking to the members on the Discord server, and I said, there's at least a decent chance it's going to come up and hit this 24 hour simple moving average. And I suspect we'll have a late afternoon pullback. And look at this pullback. As soon as it got done doing that, huge pullback, a range of 18. I traded almost all of this. Most of it, probably like 15, 16 points, this entire candlestick. Really, really nice. Look at that, beautiful thing. So even though there wasn't a Giddus alert at that point, sometimes you don't need it, right? This is just super obvious, comes up, hits resistance on the moving average. Sometimes you get a sense for the market. This was one of those times, and sure enough, big, huge pullback. Nice bank on this 1 hour candlestick. I was trading the 5 minute chart, but I look at the streaming charts, the same streaming charts the members look at. So I got it over in over in the other part of the office here, I can look over at it at the 5, the 15, and the 1 hour. So I was paying attention to all the different time frames. I always do when I'm trading. And then I have another computer where I pretty much keep it on the 5-minute chart, and that's where I do my most of my bulk of my trading is on the 5-minute chart. But I was paying attention to this, and I noticed this. I said, "Oh, we're going to get a big pullback in the afternoon." Sure enough, it happened. Really, really nice, and just an awesome day of trading. Now over here on the Discord server, this is where all the services take place for the members. Now as I mentioned earlier, there was an alert that came in this morning on the 5-minute chart for the S&P 500. That's this channel right here. So the streaming chart shows the Get Us Plus alerts, right? The triggers. And then the Discord server actually gets the alert so the members can get it on their Discord app, right? They might be carrying a mobile app. They might be trading on a laptop or a PC desktop or something, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They get alerted. And this is the one I was talking about early this morning. It happened at 6:30. Really, really nice, right? Look at that. And then we had the one in the afternoon. I'm trying to remember that one in the afternoon. I think it was the 12. Yeah, I didn't show this one on the video, but one of my members I think they might have been talking about this one right here. One of my members said that this was a really great alert. I think it happened. One of these two alerts was just absolutely banging on. They traded one of these two alerts. So a lot of different choices going on here. Also, for those that want to trade, I trade other commodities sometimes. So if you want to trade like gold commodity, the alerts coming for that. Crude oil. Stock alerts, these are the top 30 stocks for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, both going to this channel. It's a little busy because we get a lot of, that's 60 different stocks, and 5, 15, and 1 hour going into this channel. But the alerts are there and people can do what they want with them, which is really nice. And then the daily only alerts is if you're more doing the swing trades, maybe you're a really busy kind of person, you don't get to trade a lot intraday, then this might be a channel that you would like. So a lot less alerts going on. You might get one alert a day, sometimes no alerts, but you'll get alerts every once in a while, and you could do swing trades on the daily only alerts. Okay, I'll talk to you. Let me just talk briefly about the premium symbols. The same logic I have my own algorithm for the Get Us Plus indicator that I showed. Also, at the end of the day, picks out a bunch of symbols, and I'll show you that here in a second. So I just want to say, if you like everything that you're seeing in this video so far, click on the first comment in this video. It'll be pinned to the top in the YouTube video. It's going to bring you over to this Get Us server. Just click on this right here, server subscriptions. Okay, and when you click on that, it's going to bring you over to this web page right here. Okay, and $7.99 a month. That's an amazing deal. Amazing deal. I've seen many memberships that are, hundreds of dollars, some of them 30, 40, 50 bucks a month. I determined I've been trading a long time, guys and gals, over 30 years. But when I came up with some of the algorithms and the way I started trading and I started having success trading, I wanted to share, my trading style and my algorithms with the community at large. But I wanted to make it affordable, right? That's why I only charge $7.99. We got massive inflation going on. I want as many people as possible to be able to take advantage of it. That's why I keep the price low, okay? Now, this is everything that comes with the service that's on the Discord server. Everything is the streaming charts I talked about, 5, 15-minute, 1 hour, the S&P 500 alerts, okay, and those go onto the Discord server. Okay, this also includes daily alerts, okay. I talked about the alerts. You can always pause this video too if you just want to read this list. The alerts for the top 30 stocks for S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Again, 5, 15-minute, 1 hour, and daily. This also includes daily right here. And the premium symbols. Now, at the end of each day, my same algorithm goes out and gets the symbols for futures, stocks that are optionable, industries. And this is really important because big fund managers, right, they do rotation, right? They rotate their money in and out of different industries and different sectors, to be specific, right? So that there's a file there too. These are files. All these are files that get dropped into the premium symbols channel. And the members can look at the files and decide what symbols they want to trade. Some people like to trade and follow what the big funds are doing. Okay, so that's what the industry files is for, because there's going to be funds are rotating their monies in and out of industries. This is a file. Sometimes we have shorts, sometimes we don't. But if the shorts are there, that's the symbols that look like they're prime to be shorted. So that's what that file is. I want to also right now welcome new members. I had a lot of new members, so welcome new members and existing members or anybody that wants to become a member. If you want to get the nightly email, because I always put out a nightly email 5 days a week, make sure you put your email address in the email only channel on the Discord server. There's a channel there called Emails Only. Drop your email in there, and what you're going to get is you're going to get a nightly email to S&P 500 chart. I give my opinion about what I think the market's going to do, and I usually mock up the chart a little bit and kind of provide my opinion about what I think is going to happen. Of course, everybody, both the members and the public, get the YouTube videos, right? So I hope everybody had a really great week of trading. This was a really awesome week of trading. Okay, enjoy the weekend, everybody. Happy trading. Talk to you all real soon again next time.